It's Gamescom Day 2. I'm here with Seb Ford. I'm Peter Brown. We just saw Dead Island 2 from Deep Silver and Jaeger.
Yeah, it is a super early build. Like alpha, pre-alpha. It's super early.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were running around Los Angeles. We had 2 weapons and we were doing a lot of killing.
Well, so we had teams of 4, but the game will eventually support 8 players. The point is co-op, zombie killing.
Yeah.
Slightly reminiscent from Left 4 Dead?
I was getting a big Left 4 Dead vibe.
Yeah.
Big Left 4 Dead vibe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, while Left 4 Dead felt like it was a little bit more linear in the way it was guiding you around stuff, we had a big area to explore, filled with things, you know, that you could modify your weapons, collectibles, loot, like stuff from, you know, Dead Island that we know.
Yeah.
But the area that you have to sort of operate in is pretty big. Pretty open, right?
Yeah, it's very large.
Yeah.
There are a lot of houses, a lot of different you know, businesses, like a gas station, a movie theater, things like that. And you could go into all of those and explore all the different crevices and collect resources to upgrade your weapons.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you got an electrified knife with the Speedy Girl character.
Yeah, so we had 2 characters. We had, I forget her name, but she was nimble. She was an ex stunt coordinator. Yeah. And she was sort of like the agile but slightly weaker character. And yeah, you could modify her knife that she had by collecting a series of batteries from a store at the beginning of the demo.
Okay.
And then you could modify her other weapon, which was a pistol, a revolver, by collecting enough fuel at the petrol station up at the top of the build. But yeah, the other character was the tank character. How'd you find him?
Well, definitely a tank. I mean, he was kind of, you know, really slow, really strong. He had a giant mallet for his melee weapon, and then a shotgun for his primary thing. I missed all the upgradable stuff, but you told me that you were able to get the.
I got the mods on both of those, dude.
It was like a fire modification for it.
Yeah, you get a fire mod for the sledgehammer. So when you were doing your heavy attack and sort of like a sweep, lift your zombie,
which was really nice. I mean, you could send that zombie like 30 feet up in the air.
Yeah, and they'd leave a nice fiery trail as they went. And then you could electrify his shotgun as well, which I didn't really see much difference. It just seemed to up the power a little bit, the strength of it.
Sure.
But that was all it really did. But one thing that was nice that I noticed as well is as I set fire to one of these zombies, he landed in the grass and the entire lawn in front of this house caught fire and killed a couple of like idling sort of slower zombies as well.
Yeah, there were a lot of little nice effects like that.
Yeah.
I think the environment could have been a little bit more destructible, but again, it's pre-alpha or alpha.
Yeah, Los Angeles, there's San Francisco and one last location yet to be named.
Presumably California.
Definitely London.
On the West Coast.
It's not London. I don't know. It might be London. It's usually London.
It's usually London.
But they had one challenge towards the end as well, which was we had to defend a movie theater, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, essentially we were just standing there and they had waves of zombies coming faster and faster.
Which, again, another Left 4 Dead kind of feel of like, come on team, get together, let's get this done.
Yeah.
Although whether the team is there or not, the challenge went ahead and I think like 3 people defended it successfully, like 2 people defended it successfully.
Sure.
So, but yeah, there were a couple of things, like I set a trap by accident on a car. I could pop the bonnet open and like hit the engine and it's sort of like...
How did you do all that by accident?
I just did it!
Those are multiple steps.
Because there was a little icon on the bonnet, it's like, ooh, what does this do? Ooh,
okay, all right.
Nothing here. Thunk, and then blows up. And, but yeah, there were a couple of different zombie types as well.
The walker, there was a really large kind of hulking guy.
Yeah, the thug, I think he was.
Sure.
He took a lot of hits. Like, it took like multiple people, you know, a couple of minutes to get that guy down. Yeah. And then they had the, I don't want to say boomer.
No, but that's kind of the archetype they were going for.
Suicider. I think it was called.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so he's like pus-filled, giant wobbly thing. It comes like idling over and then will just charge you and detonate. And then the sort of sprinter style ones that are supposed to be like younglings, newly turned, that still have fleshy legs.
I mean, look, we haven't had a new game that's sort of like Left 4 Dead in a long time.
Yeah.
And I think what Dead Island 2 is doing with the setting and the themes is really lighthearted. It's sort of meant to have fun. So they can mix those two and develop them a little bit more. I might actually find myself playing this game. I didn't love the first one.
Yeah? No, I was the same. And I think when we got the other 2 characters to play as well, and you get that full, you know, like you're saying, 4 players, or 8 if you, because they're saying 8, you can get each of the 4 characters in and see maybe how their strengths work together. Because we weren't really playing much as a team. Everyone kind of shot off in their own directions. But if we've got all 4 characters at some point, I'll be interested to see how teamwork works in that game. Yeah.
So this is one of 3 Dead Island games in development right now. There's Epidemic, Escape from Dead Island, and Dead Island 2. And don't forget Dying Light, which was sort of Dead Island 2 at one point, and now it's not anymore. So anyway, lots of zombie games. We're going to be checking out some more Gamescom, so stay tuned to GameSpot.